Hey guys, this is Mickett. Just going to do a recap of the latest war versus Titans versus White Wars, and did really well. We were able to pull it out in the end. It was a good match on both sides. We had some trouble. Both sides had some trouble up high, getting some points, but we were able to outmatch them. And just to kind of give you an overview, equal on the 3 stars, and we had pretty good participation on both sides. You can be able to see that we had, especially up high, that's super crucial, had very good participation, and on the enemy side they had very good participation. So we really came down to the attacks there, and not the lack of attacks. So just to kind of take a look at, they were on us. They had difficulty trying to put up points up high there. However, on our side, we were able to put up a few points on them. And so let's take a look at a few replays here. All right, first I'm going to start off with, I think I will start off with Concon had a very good one. He had 6 stars this time, with 6 new stars. So let's replay this one. I want to replay this one. The other one was pretty good, but this one I had a pretty good feeling about, because look what he does. He drops those. It's a hog attack there. He's dropping those hogs just because he can tell that it's kind of where they are. He doesn't get lucky enough to pull out that last one there. He tries, but then he says, fine, I'm just going to move on without it. But he is able to get the pull on that first couple, mostly because they were headed towards the cannon. Then when the Teslas popped, it pulled them that direction, but there wasn't a Tesla up at the third one. But you'll see there is a giant bomb up there, and he's going to run across it. But he pulls these up to the corner. Now this is one thing you can do if there isn't something you can anchor on them. You can go ahead and put a bunch of archers down a little bit of time just to get them out. Now notice how he's out of range of all of the defenses. That is key. Sometimes people have the temptation to try and go ahead and do it really like where the archers are now, and then they're getting shot at the whole time. But it's worth a couple extra archers just to pull them out into that corner. Drops the hogs here. Now this is he's a Town Hall 8.5, so just new Town Hall 9. So he has an extra spell. He knows that, so he can kind of be a little more free with them. Because he's attacking a Town Hall 8, and they don't have as many giant bomb spots and that sort of thing. So he's now triggered all 3 of the giant bombs, drops his heal. Now Khan is very good generally about dropping the heals in the right place. You're going to want to drop them. And you got to watch wizard towers too, because they will take down a lot of hogs at the same time, especially if they've been hit by a giant bomb. You drop those heals slightly ahead of them. You don't have to be worried when those hogs are getting hit by point defenses so much. It's really the splash defense. Now he wisely holds on to his last heal until that other group of hogs the other pack of hogs comes up there, and he's going to drop that on there, and they're just going to take out the rest of them. And you can see he's now sprinkled in his heroes as well. Once those defenses are going down, it's just a matter of cleanup. And so I'm just going to speed this up there. They're able to take down that last. It doesn't end up with many hogs left, just 3 or 4 of them. But that's just enough to be able to do the cleanup that he needs to, and to not have to worry about the defenses when they're hitting on the other cleanup troops that are going around. So good job by Khan. All right, let me take a look at another one here. Wanted to look at, there were some very good attacks in here. I wanted to look at Mahna's attack because he did a stomp and fry, or kind of a mixed hog dragon. I think sometimes called a draho, or something like that. But you see he has a mix of hogs and dragons, and it's a good combination. The tricky part of it is that you've got to get your hogs in there. Well, you first have to draw out the CC before you send in the hogs, but then you got to get your hogs in there to get those central core ADs. If you can take down those ADs, then the dragons are really in good shape. Drops a poison spell there. He's going to mostly kill it, I believe, and then he's going to drop down a dragon just to kind of finish it off. My suggestion is you don't wait all the way to the end. He did a good job there, because the dragon is going to be slowed down. You want to be able to have it hit it while it's slowed down by that poison spell. Drops in those hogs. I think he gets a few of them fried here, but he does a pretty good job there. See, where he dropped that heal spell, he waited too long, and then they got fried by the wizard tower after hitting the giant bomb. But he still has enough to be able to go around and be able to get it done. What's nice about the way that this particular base is built is they just keep going around that central core mostly, and then he can be able to keep them healed long enough to be able to get to the ADs. As I said, it's once you get the the ADs down, then the dragons are pretty much untouchable. Because there's only a few other point defenses that are going to hit them, and the hogs have taken down most of them. So at this point, you don't really care for the hogs. It'd be nice if they survive, but it's not super critical because he's going to be able to clean up everything with everything else. So anyway, it's just a good example of a stomp and fry by Mahna. All right, let's jump back out here. Going to take a look at Messi had a good attack. Khan had another good attack. I look at Mashew's attack, because his is a bit of a mix. I'm going to pause it here for a second. He goes with 4 earthquakes, and of course, 4 earthquakes of any level will take down walls because they're particularly effective on walls. And they also kind of weaken the defenses in that area. He's going to use that to be able to open up this entire. You can see once he opens up this area near where the heroes are, it's going to open up that entire part of the base, and he's going to be able to walk in there. Now he brings hogs as well, and what we call those is this is kind of a mixed one with a goho wee wee, it could be called, but it depends how it's deployed. But a lot of times it's back end hogs, and you can bring those hogs in from the side or from the back end. You got to keep them away from the archer queen. Now I believe he sends them in, if I recall. So he's bringing these in. Now notice, by the way, he brings in those golems, and he's going to bring in the wizards behind him and get a nice wide funnel. A lot of times people tend to bring the golems in together because they're like, oh, that's where I want them to go. You don't need to be worried about putting the golems where you want them to go. You just want them where they'll go initially, and they will divert once you open up a hole here. So he opens up that hole, the golems divert, but I would have put down the wizards first and then the wall breakers, but it works out fine. He's able to get that. See, now the heroes have nowhere to go except up the middle because that's the closest thing. Drops those earthquake spells while his heroes are working this. Now, because the CC's on the far side, I would have waited to drop the hogs, but he's going to drop the hogs here. But they trigger right before the hogs get in there. They trigger and it goes towards the golem, so it works out well. If one of those that dragon and one of the hogs had gone forward and the dragon had keyed on those hogs, he could have had a lot of trouble with this entire raid. But he either timed it brilliantly or a little bit of luck, and he's able to get this. Now you're going to see those giant bombs are tripping, but there's just too many hogs there. He's just going to overwhelm all the remaining defenses, and he did it with such good timing that he has all his cleanup troops back there, even has that golem. At this point, you almost kind of say, I ended up with that much golem left. I may have done something wrong, but he did a good job with it. And it's just clean up from here on out. I'm going to show you one more, which is a high level. Kudos did a great job with a 3-star. Good job, Mashew. Kudos did one more, and I'm just going to kind of jump over there and take a look at that attack. These were all good attacks. We had a little more difficulty in this area, myself included. Sammy had a good attack on number 5, but I'm just going to hit this one. Yeah, you know what? I'll hit this one. And then I'll go up and I'll hit one more. It's a little bit longer here, but okay. He uses a bit of a mix. He tends to like to bring in 7 to 9 hogs or so, and they basically just kind of supplement. So what he does is he drops in his main army, and then the hogs basically are going to come when everything's distracted. Just pulls the CC there. It's a lava hound, so he'll deal with that. But and as his main army is going through, his Go Wee Wee is going through, he will then, and his heroes, he'll go and drop those hogs while they're distracted by hitting the other things, and the hogs will just quickly clean them up and then move beyond, and everything is able to stay alive that much longer. All right, brings in that golem from the side and the wizards behind it as the golem tanks for it. It has those witches alive. That queen is working on that lava hound. She swats those things down like flies, those pups. The witches are able to survive, which is great. The Barb King kind of goes off in his own direction. He's kind of tanking for those wizards. Not ideal. He's also going to almost lose a bunch of wizards here. Maybe loses one there on those double giant bombs, and so it works out well. The witches going down the middle here was pretty key, because then they keep the Teslas pretty busy and are able to take some of those down. Now watch, here come the hogs here. While they're kind of distracted, he saves all those wizards on that side with the hogs there. The hogs aren't going to live a terribly long time, but they live long enough to be able to take down that side, and then as his things are going up the middle now, they're not getting hit from all sides. Alright, he uses that heal, keep the remaining ones alive there. Nothing's going to kill hogs under heal except for possibly a giant bomb with some Teslas hitting at the same time. But even then they can only take down a couple. Of course, double giant bombs will take them down under a heal. But keeping those things alive, everything looks good from here. Only have that one archer tower, and his queen is at full health, or almost full health. And so he's good from here on out. Didn't even use that second poison spell. Probably saved it in case there were a bunch of little skellies running around that he had to take care of. Good job by Kudos. I'm going to hit one more because I think we should check out the attack that 3-starred on the number 10. This is Ultra Magnus. He went to Town Hall 11 recently. And his heroes are more at a Town Hall 9 level. But he has that Warden. It's going to definitely help. And so he's coming in here from the left. And gets that draw, and going to slowly take down that lava hound, and then he starts to sprinkle in his main thrust of the army. So the initial was just for the draw and a little bit of that left side, but then here comes his main army. Does a pretty decent job with the funnel. Kind of works with that natural funnel that's up there. Is able to get those raged. Oh, they didn't quite make it through, but he has a jump spell there, and they're able to come down there. Now they're getting hit by those Inferno towers, but he has enough things coming through there, and he freezes the left side, which is already keyed on some of his guys, and he's able to take down both of these Inferno towers. And that Grand Warden is helping to be able to keep everything just slightly alive, long enough to be able to kind of give some general healing, to be able to keep everything alive, to be able to get through the main part of that, and then he's able to hit two things at the same time from the left and the right on these remaining defenses here. The wizards are going down, but you can see that the Grand Warden and the Archer Queen are alive. He loses a bunch of wizards there, but he's going to be able to eke this through. He's kind of bummed his golems are stuck behind there instead of tanking like they should be. But he is he's got those golems now finally back on track here, and they're going to go up front, and they're going to tank there just at the right time with that Expo. And the Expo is going to basically be busy while the Archer Queen is able to kind of go through here. Archer Queen and the Grand Warden are going to go through and do their job of trying to clear everything else there. Alright, they go up there and they tank for that Wizard Tower. It's almost like it was meant to be there. Alright, Archer Queen almost goes down, doesn't quite go down. Is able to stay alive long enough, and then is able to come over here. They all decide to go through the same wall, which is great because then the golem gets out front. Archer Queen ends up dying, but is able to take down that last one. Nice attack. Well done. Well done, Titans. I'm really proud of you guys. We were able to pull it out in the end. Let's keep it up. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and go Titans.